Hey all buddy, first time RVers, how you doing? Well, if you're new to the channel because you searched camper van or boondocking van or van conversion or something like that and we popped up, welcome. Usually we do videos on camping in our fifth wheel, Breaking Dawn. But we also bought this E250 not too long ago to convert and make into a camper van. So that's what I'm gonna show you now, the progress we've made. I've done one video already, so I'll put a link to that, maybe a card up here and another link below to show you what it looked like before, and I'll also have some pictures and things up throughout the video to show you before and afters or whatever. Stay tuned and take a look at our E250 2004 Ford extended van. I've been working most of the day today, but I figured I'd take a little break here and show you the van. I originally planned on kind of doing progression videos, but that actually gets pretty difficult. Thumbs up to you people that do that, because that's just very time consuming, and I decided I'd rather spend the time working on the van than working on the cameras and getting angles and things like that. 2004 extended E250 with a small shell on top. So you could probably see the MaxxAir fan up there, maybe see part of the solar panels. And again, I'll show some pictures of that. Haven't really done much to the outside except painting that top gray. Of course, I wanted to get the top painted first before I got everything up there, and I wanted that to kind of be the first step before I put walls in and things. So that's what I did. But we've come very far. Still got to do a lot of work on the outside. Got a dent here I want to take care of. And then I'm going to either paint it myself, or maybe with any luck we'll get a little cash together and be able to have it painted. I doubt it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open up all the doors and we'll go inside. All right, here's the driver's seat. You can see it's a little rough. I'm gonna clean both of these, and get some nice covers for them. I may try to install a little foam there. So again, if you watch that other video that I have linked, you'll see that Dawn and I did a ton of cleaning and stuff in here, and it's starting to look good. Got rid of the carpet, and this is actually just like a $30 mat from Home Depot that I cut to fit. It looks pretty good. It's recycled rubber tire. Excuse some of the tools there. Then of course you can see some vinyl floors. I also installed a backup camera here, and of course that will stay on the whole time, not just in reverse, so that's kind of nice. I'll be able to obviously see what's behind me when I'm parking, things like that, and then also when I get a cargo carrier, I'll be able to pay attention to what's on that cargo carrier. See, on the driver's side here we got two windows. You can probably see in there, but you can't see in there, and that's because that's where the kitchen is. So I went ahead and just insulated that window and covered it up. I want to thank our friends Todd and Victoria at Palatial Floorings here in the Raleigh-Durham area for donating these floors to us. Thanks again, Todd. They are absolutely beautiful. I will put a link below. If you live in the Raleigh-Durham area, give him a call. He does all kind of flooring, carpeting. I think this is LVP. Probably have that wrong. I'll put below what they are. But it's basically like a fake floor, vinyl flooring. But they look great, and they're going to be nice and durable. All right, let's go inside. Here's our kitchen. It's a $100 buffet I bought, painted blue. Refinished the top, just did like a oil finish on here. This is a stainless steel bowl from IKEA I installed, and then that's just like cold water only supply faucet there that you would put it like a bar or something. Had to do a lot of modifications to a couple of these drawers to fit the sink in, you can see here, but still got some usable space. And here's the drain, and of course the water supply. You can see I can't quite stand up in here. Dawn will be able to, but I can't. But yeah, we're gonna give it a shot and see how it is. Let me show you where that sink's gonna drain. So I searched for hours and hours for tanks. Call it a gray tank, but it could be used for water, whatever. What I ended up coming up with was we're gonna do a 10-gallon water tank in the van, and then I got a 7-gallon. That's the only thing I could find that would fit underneath. So let's take a look at that. So to kind of try to give you a little better visual, That buffet kitchen area is right there, and the drain goes right down there. And you can see, probably if I come down here, you can just see the tank there. I'll probably paint that black, help it blend in some. I got it strapped in here. I mean, it's in there good. So you can see there's the drain from the sink up above, and here is just something to let air in and out as it fills and empties. And then just a standard faucet here. I'll just put a garden hose on here to drain it with I went ahead and paid the more money for the quicker half a turn faucet here, rather than something I had to turn 4 and 5 times to get it open. This took a while to get in, but it is not going anywhere. I've kept track of all my purchases and the amount of time I've spent so far. So I'll look that up in the book that I'm keeping all that info in, and I'll put that at the bottom of the screen. What we've spent so far and how much time it's taken. You can see I've used insulation in the door, so I got to build panels. That'll be simple, but I'll just build a couple panels to make that look nice. Same thing in the back here. Got to put some panels on there. We're gonna get all the windows tinted also. The back two, the side two, and then the driver and passenger. So if you can envision it, there's gonna be a bed back here that will convert into a sofa. Underneath that bed is gonna be all my solar stuff, all my power. Here's my solar coming in. There's my 12 volt and my 120 volt. I'm gonna just go ahead and use a inverter and just plug in. So I got some pretty decently heavy duty extension cords. This one runs up there where I plan on having a TV. I'm gonna run one here on the side so we can use that for a coffee pot or whatever. You can see a couple USBs too. All right, we're back inside. I made this little cabinet to obviously put food and stuff in. Got a lot of storage here. All these drawers work. Got a cabinet here. Some of that cabinet there. I was probably thinking maybe a trash can behind the driver's seat. Had this area back here. So I custom made a cabinet for in there. So we'll have a little bit of storage in there, and then this is where I plan on maybe using like a French cleat to put a TV here, where I could just slide it off and set it somewhere, but put it on there when we're stopped wherever we're gonna be. If any of you all know, nothing is square in these vans, nothing. So there are times I would spend probably 2 hours cutting just one piece of wood to get it to fit correctly. Got all the windows framed. I started taping because I'm gonna paint next. I just caulked a lot of areas. Nothing came together perfect. But you know what? For a van, it'll look fine. This is gonna be a natural piece of wood. It's a piece of pallet wood that I cut to fit, and it matches the top here. So on both windows here and here, we're gonna have that natural wood just to kind of give it a little accent. This light switch will work the 4 lights that are gonna be on the ceiling. Got a couple vents back here. I'm gonna figure out a way to put a screen on that. This switch is going to work. These 2 lights up here. That is for a fan, a 12 volt fan that I'll have in the corner there. And like I said, nothing came out perfectly square. So you can see where, you know, honestly, I just got kind of tired of trying to get things to fit perfect. And again, once this is all painted white, I think it'll be fine. Got another light switch here at the kitchen that'll work these 2 lights under here. These are speakers for the original stereo in the front, so I'm gonna put those back in. This is my auxiliary AC unit. Still haven't figured out what I'm gonna put here to just kind of clean that up and make it look nice. But there's the returns under there. So I think I am officially ready to paint back here. I'm gonna get it all painted, and then do a little bit of trim. Some trim up here. I may just go with a 1x2 or something like that, and just put it flush up against here. I'll probably get the PVC so it bends a little bit. You can see the roof line is curved. And then I'm gonna also cover this up with a piece of trim, and I'm gonna cover this up with a piece of trim. So you can see here, I stopped with the shiplap right here. I was hoping, you can see I got probably 4 more inches in there. I was hoping I'd be able to just get a piece of Luan or plywood, thin plywood, and I'd be able to bend it enough to get it to go up, to give me, I would probably came close to being able to stand up right here if I could have done that, but it just wouldn't work out that way. So this is what I went with. Once I get that finished piece in there, I'm gonna go ahead and put, because I can actually feel the heat coming through here. So I'm gonna put more insulation in here before I put that finished piece on. Got to get some finished pieces here, make that look nice. I've got to get one more piece here, and again, I think I'll just use some Luan and make like a 90-degree angle and put it right here to finish that off. And like I said, nothing's square, so I'll do what I can do to make that look nice. I am going to go ahead and put a couple more cabinets here. Maybe even put something small over there. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to try to get something over here for more storage. As far as the bed slash sofa goes, I've got 78 inches between the kitchen and the back doors. And I think I'm going to use all that 78 inches, which will bring me on this end to somewhere in here, this area. So I am going to put another cabinet here with the refrigerator. I don't know if I'll do a 12-volt compressor chest style or if I'll just do a stand-up one, but I'm going to try to get a little bit more storage and then a refrigerator here. Of course, these will be boxed in, the wheel wells. They'll both be boxed in, and that'll be part of the frame for the bed that will then fold up and become a sofa back here. When it comes to daytime, I'm going to get one of those tri-fold mattresses, and I'll just basically pull the front of the bed up here, push it back, it'll be tri-fold, and then part of that will become the back of the sofa. So the sofa will be 2.5 feet back from the kitchen. So you'll be sitting on the sofa right about the back edge of the wheel wells. So one little dilemma, I guess, is height. What is the height going to be? I can't get too tall because this is really my only 2 vents back here, unless I buy some vented windows for the back. But right now these are the only 2 windows I'm going to have for ventilation. I'm also going to get one of those cassette toilets, and that's going to go underneath the bed slash sofa. So it's got to be high enough to fit that underneath, but then it's got to be low enough that I don't block these windows. So that's going to be the next thing I got to do after I paint. But like I said, next thing is going to be paint inside and finishing off a little bit of trim, giving this a better look so it doesn't look like that. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I did here. I saved a lot of stuff from the van when we bought it. So that's why this looks kind of crappy. But I filled it and sanded it down to make it look halfway decent. So when it's painted, it'll be fine. It's an odd angle, and I just didn't want to get to the point where I had to start cutting something new. And heck, I would have probably spent $50–60 on a piece of plywood just to make those. So I recycled those, reused those. I reused this board for the ceiling above the driver's seat and passenger seat. And actually, if you look at that piece right where the sun visors are, that's the fabric that everything was covered in. The walls, the ceiling. I ended up leaving that because, again, something I didn't want to have to make. Took off the padding and stuff off the ceiling and just painted that white and put it back up. A lot of things I used in here I recycled. Some of the stuff I had from jobs from the past. But like this wood down here is leftover shiplap. I cut it down to fit here to make the trim pieces. Like I said earlier, this is a piece of pallet. And again, like I said, I reused some of those. These end pieces are just the wainscoting in reverse because it was running the opposite direction. I didn't want to buy new stuff, so I just used that and flipped it over. Once it's painted white, it'll be fine. These are the old vents that were there before for the return, so I reused those. And I'm pretty sure I talked about it in that other video, but this did have lights running all through it, and it actually did have a 12-volt TV and everything, so I didn't reuse any of the wires because I upgraded the wiring, which I think was overkill. It's pretty darn thick wiring for 12 volts. I really think it's overkill, but I did it. But the wire, like the protectant, like this stuff here, to protect the wires, I just reused that from some of the old wiring. So I try to get away with reusing as much as I can, and actually some of these panels I kept too. I wish I'd have kept all 4 of them, but I didn't. I kept 2 of them. I don't know why I would have kept 2 and not all 4, but that's what I did. So I may reuse those also. So there it is, first time RVers, 2004 E250 Ford extended van. We cannot wait to get on the road with this thing. We're actually going to do a weekend in a few weeks here. We're going to go ahead and do a weekend once I get the bed built. Solar stuff like that's going to have to wait. I mean, you're talking probably another $2 grand, maybe even $3 grand worth of batteries and stuff to get the solar going. So what we'll do now is just use 110 volt, see how it goes. Hope you liked the video. If you did, give us that thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, comment. We love reading the comments. Stay tuned. There's going to be more camping videos, of course, and then maybe some more updated videos on the E250 here. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.